NASCAR Cup Series ratings for the championship race at Phoenix are in, and they are down almost 10% compared to last year. Austin Konechny over on X wrote this. He said the NASCAR Cup Series race at Phoenix Raceway earned 2.92 million average viewers on NBC last weekend. The event was down 9.1% compared to last year at 3.213 million average viewers on NBC. Scott Tapley responded to Konechny's post. He said the Game 7 moment isn't working, and then compared the race at Phoenix to both the Daytona 500 and the Coca Cola 600 earlier this year. He says the 2023 Daytona 500 did nearly 3 times more viewers than the championship event did. The rain-delayed Monday Coca Cola 600, won by Ryan Blaney this year, did 3.39 million viewers. He goes on and says, I love this sport. I've dedicated the majority of my life to it. I love the playoffs. The one race championship isn't it and never will be. Again, that is a pretty big decline, 3.3 to 2.9. That's what, almost 400,000 people there not tuning in to the championship race. That did indeed tune in to the Coca-Cola 600, and then a nearly 3 times factor with the Daytona 500, which means the Daytona 500 was probably around 6 million. People tuning into the Daytona 500 over the championship race. We did get some more data points here from Konechny. He says comparing the entire 2023 season to 2022, he says with 36 races in 2023 compared to 2022, overall ratings were down 3.7%. When you include the Busch Clash and the All-Star race to 2022, it was down 4.3%. So obviously the Busch Clash and the All-Star race had less ratings compared to the previous year's Busch Clash and the All-Star race. And then races with where Chase Elliott wasn't racing were down 18.4%. That's huge. Clearly, Chase Elliott fans don't tune in to NASCAR Cup Series races when Chase Elliott is not racing. I guess that makes sense given when you look at other kind of how fans work with other sports, such as myself with hockey. I don't actually tune in to watch the playoffs if my team is eliminated. For me, it's the Washington Capitals. So if they're eliminated, I usually don't watch anything after that. So I'm sure a lot of other fans are that way, and clearly Chase Elliott fans are that way when it comes to the NASCAR Cup Series if we look at these statistics. And then obviously you have the Richmond race where it moved from Fox to FS1. That was down 14.2%. I definitely think that the move from the bigger channel to the smaller channel obviously affects that. And then he says here, 28 of 38 Cup weekends were down. He said he previously miscounted the down up. Everything else is accurate. And again, here you see he previously had 29 of 38, but he corrected it 28 of 38. So why are the ratings down? I mean, Scott Tapley obviously believes it is the Game 7 moment, the one race championship. He thinks that is the cause. I think there's probably some other factors dealing with it. I think a lot of it might be the entire time on the race, especially for TV viewership. I think it can be tough to kind of carve out an entire Sunday when you're not actually at the race. You might just kind of tune in for a little bit and tune out, or because you know you can't tune in to watch the entire thing, you don't tune in at all, and you catch the replays or whatever on social media, YouTube here or elsewhere to see what happened, and you don't actually watch any of the race. I think that could be a factor. There could be lots of different factors. Those are just a couple that I do think that the championship, one race championship is kind of playing out. I think there's some evidence to that, whereas you have the Daytona 500 bringing in around 6 million. You have the Coca Cola 600 doing 3.39, but the playoff race at Phoenix only doing 2.92 million. There's probably something to that. Again, there's only 4 drivers on the line, and we're looking at when you only have when Chase Elliott's not racing and it's down. So there's probably something to that. Everyone else has already kind of been eliminated, so you might not tune in because your driver is not in it. So maybe switching that format up, maybe adding a little bit more drivers into it, maybe doing something like Denny Hamlin suggested last year, switching it to a 3-race format, and maybe having additional drivers in, so you kind of like combo in that previous format that they had the chase. Into kind of what they have now. So you maybe have a little bit more teams competing for that final championship over a little bit more of races, so you can maybe boost that, and maybe that's something that could help. But those are just some of my thoughts, but let me know what you guys think. Why do you think that the viewership is down? Let me know in the comments below.